Hey everyone, welcome back to your own channel Midaguru. See, whenever we talk about animal kingdom, we generally refer lions, birds like large animals. But animal kingdom is actually made up of small creatures, tiny creatures like insects. So generally there is a phylum which has lots of number of these kind of species. That phylum is known as Arthropoda phylum, and also we know it as the largest phylum of animal kingdom. Arthropoda is one of the very interesting phylum, and in which there are so many classes, different classes. So generally we say insects to each type of microorganisms, like maybe spider also are insects, so ants also are insects, mosquitoes are insects, but there is a very big difference between all these. So today we are going to understand all of these facts. So stay tuned and let's start. We can see so many arthropods here. So we'll start with the name Arthropoda. Arthropoda is made up of two words. One is arthro, which means jointed, and the second part is poda, which means legs or foot. That means it is very clear that arthropoda means those who have jointed legs or foot. If you want to see an example, you see this. This is a body, and where the limbs or the legs or foot is connected to the body. That is why jointed to the body, and that is its name. Okay, Arthropoda. So when we talk about the characteristics of Arthropoda, so the first fact will come to our mind, and that is it is the largest phylum. Why? Because the number of species in it is huge. As I told you, animal kingdom is mainly made up of these type of species. So this is the largest phylum of animal kingdom. Okay. Then they have jointed limbs, as the name suggests. That is why their name is Arthropoda. Then the next is they have exoskeleton. Exo means outer. They have outer skeleton, and which is made up of chitin. Sometimes it is very hard and sometimes it is quite soft. Next is molting. They do a process called molting. In this process, they cast off this exoskeleton. Whatever their body, outer skeleton is there, that has been casted off, and they recast it again after some time. So this process, whole process is called molting. So next we have to start one by one understanding the classes of Arthropoda. So first class is Crustacea. Now this Crustacea, as the name suggests, crust means the outer covering. So you can see some examples here. Some organisms here like crabs and the crayfish. Crabs and crayfish are the two popular examples. So when you see these pictures, you can clearly see that their outer body or their exoskeleton is so tough, so hard, right? That is why their first feature is they have hard chitinous exoskeleton. So their outer covering, that is the exoskeleton, is very hard. Then their body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen, but why can't we see it here? Head, thorax and abdomen, we can only see two parts, right? Because their head and thorax is actually merged together. Because their head and thorax is actually merged together, and you see they have some antenna as well, right? So again the same here for the crayfish. Their head and thorax is merged and fused together, and the only abdomen part is left. That means head and thorax together one part and abdomen the other part. And next is they have so many appendages. So they have so many appendages which you can see here. Okay, and if we talk about example, we have the clear example, crab and crayfish. The next class, which is also one of the very important and interesting class, that is Myriapoda. Here is the name poda again. So the term poda always refer to the legs. So when you see these pictures, it will be pretty clear to you why the name is so, right? Because you see these organisms, how are they? First of all, by just looking at it, you can tell that they are very segmented, like one segment, 2, 3, 4 and many more, right? These all are segmented. So the first feature is that they have a segmented body. How they have many segments, like they have a segmented body, and each segment has a pair of limbs or leg. Each segment has, you see this segment, they have one pair. You see this segment, they have one pair. This way they have the two pairs of legs. Okay, Now their body, when you see and try to find where is their head, where is their thorax, where is their abdomen, you won't be able to do so. Why? Because their body is not divided into thorax, abdomen and head. Okay, they have some kind of head you can see sometimes. Okay, otherwise sometimes, so this is very difficult to find which part is actually the head and which one is the anus. Okay, so this is very important. This is only head sometimes it been recognized, rest of the part will never be recognized because they are not divided in such a way, right? Example, you can see two examples, the popular example, centipede and millipede. Okay, next, very popular, and around you many of these species are available. The species of this class is available around you, that is insecta. We call it insects. Okay, generally spider is also been considered as insect by us, but it is not so. We have to understand how, because we have some of the special features which an insect have, and due to that only we can say some organism whether it's an insect or not. So these features are, the first feature is body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. If you want to see this clearly here, you see this part is actually the head. Okay, this part is actually the head, this is the thorax and this is abdomen. So you will clearly be able to identify the head, thorax and the abdomen of the insecta. Okay, also they will have 3 pairs of jointed legs. You can see they have 3 pair of jointed legs, whether you see a beetle or you see a housefly or you see a mosquito, a cockroach or a mosquito, right? And also they have 3 pairs of jointed legs, means they will have 6 legs altogether. Okay, they will have 6 legs all together, right? Next part is they have 2 pairs of wings. Sometimes, see, it is not always, generally they have 2 pairs of wings. Sometimes it is 1 pair. 1 pair means only 2 sides, right? This side and this side. This is 1 pair. Okay, and sometimes no wings at all. So sometimes they have, generally, mostly they have 3 pairs of wings, but sometimes they have only 1 pair, or sometimes they don't have any wings anymore, right? So this way they can also, like you see this housefly, they have only 1 pair of wings, right? They have only 1 pair of wings. Okay. So, and the next part is, like when you see the examples are everywhere. When you see around you, you'll find so many insects around you. Mosquito, housefly, beetle, cockroach, etc. Right? Next is arachnida. Arachnida is also very important class of Arthropoda, but it is generally being confused with the insect because they look like that. Okay, just look at this spider. Sometimes they say, oh, this is an insect. No, it is not, because insects should have 3 pairs of legs, that means only 6 legs, but they have 8 legs, that means 4 pairs of legs, which is their feature, right? Body is divided into 2 parts. Now here 2 parts, why? Because their head and thorax. Their head and thorax is first part or part 1. First part or part 1, and then their abdomen is considered as the second part. Their abdomen is considered as the second part. So they don't have 3 parts actually. When you see it, their body is divided into 2 parts only. Now 4 pairs of jointed legs are there. That means total how many legs? They have 8 legs altogether. Okay. So they have 8 legs. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Same way for a scorpion. Next is they lack wings and antenna. So they don't have that antenna on their head. You see there is no, and also they don't have any wings. So they are completely different with insects. So these are the major differences actually, that they don't have wings, they don't have antenna, their legs are different. So they are not insects. Okay. Now if you take the examples are also so many, like spiders, scorpions, mites, ticks. I hope it is very clear. I hope you have understood all the classes of Arthropoda. Okay students, so we have finished the phylum Arthropoda and their important classes. Those were very interesting, and the real looking like picture made it even more interesting. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Also share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel Midagru. We have so many interesting and amazing contents in Instagram. So follow us there. Let's meet with another interesting video. Till then, bye-bye.